Hello viewers, this is Kiramager from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast on my subject called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to preach too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, before I begin, I have to say sorry. I have to say, it's good to be back during my Sentai review. Anyway, so basically, without no further ado, let's get into the latest episode of Kiramager. So basically, this episode starts like this: we see five of the main Kiramagers along with Princess Mama still at Carrot headquarters. Turns out that Mayu is overseas, on a business trip. So basically, Mayu is on a business trip overseas. So basically, he went to go do some business for Carrot overseas. So basically, it's just the five main Kiramagers and Princess Mama sitting there hanging out. Takemichi is on a hunt. It's on the hunt for the last grandstone that he can, to find the last grandstone and use and combine with the other three grandstones that they gather throughout the series to restore the planet of Krista. So the Kiramagers were still kind of the Kiramagers were still kind of shook up after finding out that Yorodana is actually the Emperor. That Yorodana is actually the Emperor, even though Yorodana did not know. So basically, like Yorodana is a vessel for the Emperor. So basically, she's like a human vessel. It's like a human personality vessel for the Emperor. So anyway, they're still kind of shook up how powerful that the Emperor was, and how easily they got defeated by the Emperor. So basically, Orion contacted them gave them a pep talk about, don't worry, we will stop Orion from terraforming, we'll stop the Emperor from terraforming your planet and take them down as long as we work together. So basically, Marvel City's father gave them a little pep talk. So anyway, after the pep talk, we cut to see Takemichi at some water fountain somewhere outside, and we see Gaza walk up to Takemichi, and shake his hand, and it seems like Takemichi was happy to see him. And they shook hands. So anyway, which is kind of strange. It was kind of strange. So basically, it seems like they was having a conversation about a duel that they had back on the Crystal Homeworld planet, and Garza wants to give Takemichi the rematch that he wanted all this time. This rematch duel that they started on the planet Krista. So anyway, while that was going on, a new marksman monster lieutenant showed up named Cavity, named Tooth Cavity, or Cavity for sure. So basically, this marksman had a rotten tooth as a head. So basically, he shot people. He hit people with a ray that gets people bad tooth cavities, painful tooth cavities, make their teeth hurt with painful tooth cavities. So anyway, the Kiramager. So basically, Zabu took them to the thing where tooth cavity was, and they started to fight him. So basically, the basic weapons was not strong enough to do any damage against tooth cavity. So basically, with the help of Zaboom, there's a weak point on top of his head. With cavities, you always see like little holes, little rotten holes on top of the teeth and whatnot. So basically, there's a hole on top of tooth cavity's head that is his weak point. But since the weapons are not strong enough to do any damage to his head, they needed the Shining Breaker. So basically, so Jiro was brought to contact Takamichi, but the others told him to hold off, to hold off, contacted Takamichi until he comes back with the final Grant Stone. So anyway, basically during the fight, when they got distracted, over trying to call Takamichi to call Takamichi and ask him to use the Shining Breaker, Tamataro, Sato, and Sato got hit by tooth cavity ray. So basically, they had bad tooth cavities. So basically they got distracted, and Tamataro, Sato, and Sato got hit by tooth cavities, cavity ray. So basically, they had some painful tooth cavities. So basically, and gave tooth cavity the opportunity to free after and also gave tooth cavity himself the opportunities to free from the other to free the battleground. So basically, tooth cavity after he gave Tamataro, Sato, and Sato, bad tooth cavities with his tooth cavity ray, he ran out of power and took the opportunity to retreat for now and to recharge his tooth cavity ray powers. So anyway, meanwhile, after Sato said that tooth cavity, the only way we can get rid of this tooth cavity pain from my mouth is in order to feed tooth cavity himself. So basically, Sato said, the only way we get rid of these bad cavities in our mouth that's causing us these powerful pains in our mouth is we have to defeat tooth cavities. So basically, Takamichi, Joe said, that's it. I'm gonna go find Takamichi and go ask him to use this Shining Breaker. So basically, Takamichi came into the headquarters, looking like he's about to looking for tea and whatnot, looking for tea supplies. So basically, Takamichi came into headquarters to get some tea, some drinking tea. So basically, Joe was asking Takamichi, I need to use your Shining Breaker to stop this mock marksman monster named Kid Tooth Cavity. And Takamichi said, no, I need my strength breaker to do Gazel and a rematch, and a duel that we had a long time ago. So basically, what Takamichi got the key, he laughs again, and the other Kiramager was like, what the fuck, that Takamichi was acting all strange, was acting all strange, he told him no, I need my shining break weapon to fight Gazel in the duel that we had, in an unfinished duel that we had a long time ago on the Crystal home planet. So basically, Princess Marvel Center was so basically, Princess Marvel Center doesn't know anything about. Princess Marvel Center didn't know anything about any deal that Gazel and Takamichi had a long time ago, because she was probably too young back then. So basically, she was probably too young to remember that Takamichi and Gazel had a duel back then. So anyway, meanwhile, so basically Takamichi is Jiro and Shigeru went to go follow Takamichi and see what he, to see what this duel, what this whole business duel, this unfinished duel that Gazel and Takamichi had a long time ago, to gather information about Takamichi and Gazel's unfinished duel that they had a long time ago. So meanwhile at the Stackers headquarters, Yorodana was kind of impressed about, was talking to Kawasura that he was kind of impressed of his of Kawasura's Kawasura's latest marksman monster lieutenant. So, Yorodana was kind of impressed. So anyway, and Kawasura said, "Oh, you should be impressed, boss. And you are the boss." And Yorodana said, "Hey, Yorodana said that I am not the the emperor, the emperor inside of me, but I'm not the emperor. I'm a separate person from the emperor." So basically, Yorodana is insisting that she's not the emperor herself. She's just a second personality. She's just a separate personality from the emperor in her body. So basically, Yorodana is basically saying that she's just a human vessel for the emperor. That's all that she is. That is a human vessel for the emperor. That's about it. And that's when Yorodana, contacted the emperor on her dark changer, and the emperor gave her some type of orders to carry out. And Kawasura was finding it fascinating that Yorodana and the emperor were communicating with each other like this, even though Yorodana is a separate personality, a human personality of the emperor. He found it fascinating that that the emperor and Yorodana are communicating through the dark changers through Yorodana's dark changer. Anyways, meanwhile, Joe and Shigeru follow Takamichi into at this weird stone, this open mountain area near this weird stone pillar that had a crescent moon. This kind of just like Gazel's helmet, that looks like Gazel's helmet. His evil, his evil, like his behind, armor, helmet, and whatnot, and it kept on calling this, this stone pillar Gazo. So basically, it turns out that that Takemichi is under an illusion by the fourth grandstone. Turns out the fourth grandstone has the power of illusion. So basically, Takemichi's under illusion that's being caused by the fourth grandstone. So basically, when Takemichi Sugar and Jerry realized that Takemichi is under illusion by the fourth grandstone. So basically, they need to find a way to snap him out of it. So basically, but before they did, Takemichi was talking about the duel. So the duel that they had a long time ago, back on the Crystal Home Planet. So basically, it was a 3-round duel. So basically, Gotham won the first round, Takemichi won the second round. So basically, when they was about to do the third round, the king interfered and stopped Gazo and Takemichi from doing it, so that the king interfered in the third round and stopped Takemichi and Gazo from finishing the third and final round of this duel that they had a long time ago on the Crystal's home planet. So anyway, that King Orion never gave the reason why Takemichi never got the reason why his adopted father stopped the duel between him and Gazo. So anyway, never got the reason for his adopted father why he interfered in the final round of that duel. So basically, we finally got the reason. So basically, Princess back at headquarters, Princess Mama Center asked him about the duel, and her father explained that that Gazo was about to. I was watching the duel between Gazo and Takemichi. When it came to the final round, Gazo was about to cheat and was almost about to kill, was about to do a sneak attack on Takemichi. So basically, Takemichi didn't realize that Gordon was about to, during the final round, he was about to do a sneak attack that almost killed Takemichi, but he saved Takemichi just in time. So basically, ever since that day, I forbid Takemichi from doing with Gazo. Ever since that day, he almost tried to sneak attack. Tried to do a sneak attack during that final. In that final round of the duel, he had to interfere and stop the duel right there. So basically, now we got the reason why Takemichi is so hellbound to have this final duel with Gazo. So basically, while Joe and Sugar was trying to set Takemichi free from the losing Gladstone's power, the other Kiramager were busy fighting Tooth Cavalry and even though they was in bad shape, during this because of Tooth Cavalry's cavalry raid. So basically, it seems like the Kiramagers had, seemed like Seda and Tonto had the upper hand against Tooth Cavity, and that's when the real guards who showed up, and saved Tooth Cavity just in time before they had the opportunity to destroy him by using his weak point, by using the power of the Kiramager arrow to take down Tooth Cavity. So basically, Gotham saved Tooth Cavity, showed up just in time to save Tooth Cavity from being destroyed by the other three Kiramagers. So basically, Sugar and so basically back where the final Redstone was located at, Sugar and Joe was trying to snap Takamichi out of the illusion that is being cast by the final Redstone. So basically, and that's when Joe had the idea. So basically, he told Zaboom to bring the real Godzilla here to their current location. So basically, Zaboom got the real Godzilla and brought him to the location once Zaboom showed up with the real Godzilla, Godzilla told Takamichi the truth about the final deal, just like Princess Mama City. Dad told him the truth about the final third duel. So basically, that was enough to slap Takamichi out of the illusion that was being cast by the final Redstone, and Gotham uses his attack to reveal the final Redstone and free the Redstone from a stone pit of prison and whatnot. So anyway, basically, but Gotham said, you know what, I'm gonna grab your rematch for a final duel. So basically, Gotham was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you your rematch for the final duel that we had a long time ago. So basically, Takamichi gave Sugar the Chinese Breaker, and Sugar gave Takamichi his sword, and Gozu and Takamichi was having a final duel with each other, and once again, just like he tried to do a sneak attack against Takamichi, but this time Takamichi was aware of a sneak attack, and they had an honorable final duel with each other. And so basically that Takamichi won. So basically, meanwhile, the other Kiramagers was in trouble with Tooth Cavity, and so basically, lucky for them, Sugar showed up with a shiny breaker and used it to destroy Tooth Cavity once and for all, once Tooth Cavity was destroyed by the shiny breaker used by Sugar, the other Kiramagers, all the people that was affected by Tooth Cavity's cavity ray were okay. So anyway, basically back at the location where the final Redstone was located at, Takamichi ended up winning the duel, winning the duel against Gazo, but Takamichi had the opportunity to take down Gazo, but being the honorable person that Takamichi is, he decided to decline to take down Gazo once and for all. So basically, Takamichi wanted to do it against Gazo, but he had the opportunity to get rid of, to destroy Gazo, but but being an honorable person, Takamichi being an honorable person, he decided not to destroy Gazo. And that's when Yorodama showed up and took the Great Stone from Jewel when he was not looking. So basically, Yorodama showed up, turned out that orders that Yorodama got from the Emperor was to get the final Great Stone from from the Kiramager. So basically Yorodama and Gazo left with the final Great Stone, and the Kiramagers are so basically this means bad news, because they can use that Great Stone's elusive power to use against the Kiramagers. So basically the episode ended with the Kiramagers back at HQ, wondering what will the bad guys use the power of the final Great Stone, and wondering when the bad guys is going to use the power of the elusive Great Stone against them. So basically the episode ended with the Kiramagers and Princess Marvicina wondering how they use the illusion power of the final Great Stone against them, against the Kiramagers. So basically, this is how the episode ended, with the Kiramagers wondering how the bad guy is going to use the power of the illusion Great Stone against them, and that's how the episode ended. So anyway, this was a good episode. So basically, this was a good episode right here. This was a very good episode. So basically, we got a little more backstory about Takamichi and Gazo a bit. We got a little more backstory for Gazo and Takamichi. So anyway, this was a good solid episode of Kiramager. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it just okay? Or just nah? Please let me know what the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Michael from Screen Review. Sign off. 1.